the Human Torch applied for a loan. If this
Green leather, yellow leather, green leather, yellow leather, green leather,
all
yellow
right,
leather.
y'all. We're live on all designations.
What's going on? I'm Arya the King.
And I am G, the bearded one.
This is Geek Salad Live, and on Geek Salad Live, we give you the latest, greatest from the culture, from a nerd perspective. But everybody's welcome because it's not just nerd; it's a blur perspective.
Yes, sir.
That's a
Yes, sir.
special kind of nerd, G. You know what I'm saying? That's a
You're right
special
about that.
kind of nerd. Blurds. We are Geek Salad. We are your mama's favorite blurds. And yo, we got some things to talk about, brethren. Some things, man.
That's right. That's right, man. Excuse me. Welcome everybody to the live tonight. We're just going to catch up on everything that's happening on the internets this past week. Top of the show, we got to talk about Usher Raymond, man. You know what I'm saying? That
Oh, 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 no, 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 no. Usher killed it, bro.
okay. So
Killed it.
there's a lot of talk about his performance at Super Bowl. Some people are saying it's the best Super Bowl in the last 10, 20 years. Some people are saying, it's not as good as this Las Vegas thing. It's a lot going on, man. But what is your takes on Usher Raymond's Super Bowl halftime performance?
Yo, I'm gonna get into that, man. I'm gonna definitely get into that, but we gotta hit the people with some quick announcements. First, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to the Geek Salad YouTube page.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate everybody that has subscribed so far. Also, follow me at Beast Under Construction underscore on Instagram, where I chronicle my journey, my now year long journey of losing 100 pounds, halfway there. And just follow me on that journey, man. I appreciate all the support. Love y'all. Now, on to Usher Raymond. Usher is so good.
Usher.
You know how good Usher is? Usher, and I gotta stop talking about. I'm okay. I'm not talking about him, but I'm just saying.
Hmm.
Okay, just put
Okay.
that out there. I'm not talking about him.
You
I'm
just
just
saying.
saying.
Gotcha.
Usher is so good and so talented that everybody just kind of forgot about the whole herpes scandal from like 4 or 5 years ago.
Ooh, you don't bring him
Nobody talks
older.
about
You are the new Jess Fix This Mess, or
that.
whatever the fuck she calls it, man. That's you right
Just
now,
with the
man.
mess.
Just with the mess.
Listen, I mean, it was a thing. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't think he ever came out and said if it's true or not.
Right.
He
Right.
don't got to. If that man got it, then he just one of millions of Americans with it because it's like 25% of people in America got it. So it is what it is, man. But I think it just goes to show you if you can be good, if you can be excellent at whatever it is that you do, you know, stop trying to get a sweep under the rug. It don't
Right.
really
Right.
impact you for real. It's when you try to sweep something big under the rug and then also you're not performing in whatever field it is that is your field of expertise. That's when it comes. That's when it really comes up, man. So shout out to Usher, man. Usher blew it away. Super Bowl performance was insane.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
I was telling some people who I was watching the performance with, I was like, yo, you might want to take note of this Usher performance. Because
Hmm.
again, it's going to seem like I'm coming down on a brother, but just hear me out, okay?
Okay.
I'm not coming down on the brother. Usher, 45 years old. This might be the last time in a big concert event like this that you get to see Usher in his prime or somewhere near his prime.
Hmm.
Because one thing that we learned is that father time comes for all of us, right? You know what I'm saying? There's gonna come a time where you're gonna be like doing your genuine moves, and then some time go past, and you're gonna be falling off the stage like Genuine was doing. He fell off the stage a
Mm.
couple times last year. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? It's like the moves don't move the same. You know what I'm saying? Remember Michael Jackson and what was the video he had? The song and the video he had with Chris Tucker in it.
You rock my
Uh,
world. You
Rock
know what you
my world,
did.
you got it.
Yeah, that joint.
It's like Mike won't move it like Thriller Mike. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
just it is what it is. So Usher at 45, shout out to him, keeping himself up, unlike a lot of his contemporaries. The man obviously works out. He works on his crafts. Shout out to him. But again, Father Time comes for us all. But enough of that. The performance itself, Usher killed it. I think I'm not gonna say this is the best halftime Super Bowl
Mm-hmm.
show ever,
Right.
but I'm definitely put it in my top three, man. What you think?
Ooh.
Top three, easily.
Ooh.
Easily top three.
All right. Before I respond, what's up? My name is Prowess. That's the homie right there.
You're
Thank you for the shout out. But she says Usher failing. Nah, not even on a tightrope in an ice storm. That sounds like some pimp game right there. You know what I'm saying?
pimp.
But yeah, man. Listen, I will say that Usher did give an excellent performance. All right, let's get it out the way. Top three, it's kind of hard. I think people have recency bias, right? Because
Absolutely. I'm guilty.
the year that Prince had his performance at Super Bowl, nigga, this man made the sky cry during Purple Rain. That's already number one in my eyes. Period. You can't beat Prince making it rain, literally raining down during Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Come on, man. Come on. Can't beat that, right?
Can't go against Prince.
If we're doing top three, it's kind of hard, man. I would have to take a look. From what I can remember, let me see. I'm throwing some names out there. The Dr. Dre joint was dope.
Obviously,
That was hip hop.
fire.
To his just representing. So I'm gonna put that at number two. Number three, I may have to go
Beyonce
Usher.
and Bruno Mars.
Ooh.
Beyonce and Bruno Mars was like that.
Maroon 5, right? I want to say.
5? Oh yeah, Maroon 5 was there, but we don't.
Yeah,
They weren't performing like Bruno and Beyonce was performing. You know what I'm saying? They were singing. It was cute what they was doing. It was cute.
It was cute.
But
you know what I'm saying? No,
cute,
man.
You know,
I like Maroon 5, man. But you're right. As far as
I actually do like them too. But
as far as I mean, that was the year where Bruno was on fire. You know what I'm saying? Bruno could not be. He was like a fucking villain that just couldn't be stopped. You know what I'm saying?
That was an Uptown Funk You Up era Bruno Mars, man. And, he tore it down, dancing, singing,
right,
the whole nine, man.
Yeah, man.
But okay, let me throw this out there though, because
right.
even if you put that one above this one, let me tell you why I'm putting this one clearly in my top three.
Okay.
Not only did Usher obviously sing and dance, but you gotta and Jermaine Dupri was out there with his ruffled socks.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? That's got to be worth something right there. Just the boldness.
Now tell me,
he looked ridiculous.
You don't think? Well, I think everybody thought that was CeeLo when that first came out.
I thought
everybody said, "Is that CeeLo?" Everybody here was like, "Is that CeeLo?"
Like CeeLo lost some weight. It's like the JD gained weight or the CD lost. CeeLo lost weight. I don't know. I don't know what he was wearing. He looked like Eddie Monster out there, bro. It was not a good look. Definitely not a good look. But This is what I was gonna say though. Usher obviously singing and dancing, but this is why I got to push him into the top three, right? The iconicness of the songs, bro.
Okay.
Because Usher got a crazy catalog. Usher don't even got to perform none of his new stuff. Pretty much every song that he did was a hit at some point in time from the late 90s up until like the mid 2000s. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything was a hit. It's hit. And you can't really say that about every Super Bowl performance. Usually the person who goes on, they're going to have a few hits and then it's some kind of like some filler songs and then maybe another hit. Right. I want to say every song Usher did was a hit and you remember where you were when that song came out.
Yeah, I mean, that goes without saying because we grew up on Usher. So I think, we're going to resonate more to what he can do in that amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So to kind of, broaden this conversation. So you and I talked yesterday about
We did.
Usher doing his thing. Real quick, my name is that's the what are those my Hardy's threes talking about Jermaine Dupri, the Rofo Rumpelstiltskin Fellowship of the Ring Hobbit Air Forge ones. So that was dope. I like that. Prowess. That's dope. But no, man. But you said that either you said it or you heard someone say that Usher is the closest thing now to MJ. How do you feel now that it like marinated overnight? Do you believe that that's a thing?
After letting it marinate overnights, I would take it a step further because
Mm,
there would never be another MJ. The
of course.
MJ, it's like all the mics is like iconic. Jordan, Jackson,
Right.
Tyson, and
Right.
all three of them are unique in that there will never be another Mike.
Ooh,
Number one,
DJ Desiree says he is. So my bad. Go ahead, brother.
that there'll never be another Michael Jackson. Usher in this generation, I say, looking back the past 20 or 30 years, he's the closest we got to that.
Hmm.
Definitely the closest we got to that. But Usher, now the more I think about it, Usher is in his own category, man, because even though he has similarities to Michael Jackson and he draws a lot from say on the Boondocks, remember the episode where
Yeah.
MLK came back and he was like,
Mhm.
Usher Raymond.
Your mic went out, bro. Your mic went out. Nah, I can't hear you, bro. Sorry for the technical difficulties, y'all.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Yep,
Okay.
got you.
He can sing and he can dance. And that's almost where the similarities to Mike ends. 'Cause I think Usher is like number one in another category that Mike wasn't really in. Mike, even though he had women throwing their panties drawers on the stage, Mike wasn't the heartthrob that Usher is. Like Mike didn't have the sex appeal that Usher has. Not as soon as the Super Bowl was over, probably before people was the podcast bros, not us, we're not in that group. But anyway, the podcast bros was like, "Yo, I can't believe Usher is all up on Alicia Keys like that, and she's married. And yo, what's Swiss Beats gonna do about this, man? We gotta stop Usher like he's a terrorist or something. Usher's a whole terrorist now or something. That's like I was like, bro, it's show business. This is no different than if you are married to somebody who's an actor or actress and they have to kiss somebody in a scene or hug somebody in a scene. It's show business. And everybody just took that little half a second hug that he gave her from the back, even though, a lot of dudes would have liked to be in that position. It is what it is. And they just took it and ran with it, man. But what was your thoughts about that moment between Usher and Alicia Keys?
And before I do that, let me read some more comments here. Somebody put down that Mike was an OG heartthrob. He had Lena Home and a 5-year-old girlfriends. Oh, that's I see what you did there, Prowess. But somebody say Usher is amazing, but MJ is a whole multi-generational heartthrob. And somebody else stated, I feel if we give it time, Usher will span generations and genres too, like Michael Jackson. So great points, y'all. Very, very dope points. As far as the closest thing to Usher, man, I mean to MJ, he could be. He could be, I think as far as somebody that sings and dance, like their lives dependent on it, I would be hard to remiss not putting Beyonce right there as well, because time and time again, she has showed out and showed how a real performer does their thing live, and what I'm saying, just with the theatrics and her beauty and her
She
hive.
puts in work.
What
She
I'm
puts
saying?
in
Like,
work, man.
listen, man,
I think if we
Beyonce
talking
does
about
it.
category just like a man and one, like we split it up, man and woman. You might
Okay.
be right though. She might be the
Yeah.
closest thing to Mike.
Yeah.
Because Beyonce, she got that extra element of just
She do, man.
super duper popular. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then listen, man. Whenever you're pregnant and you at Coachella doing a whole different set, you know what I'm saying, with some HBCU bands and steppers, like nigga, that gives you a one up in my book, anyways, man. You know what I'm saying? I might be pandering. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Call me Panda Bear. I don't care. Yo,
You don't
she
care.
she did her thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. If we're just talking about men in like the same line of MJ, then yes, Usher is the closest thing to him. But unlike MJ, we haven't seen Usher do like a pivot into like rock or pop. He's staying mainly in R&B his entire run.
Yeah, I would say I can see that. I can see MJ definitely expanding musical boundaries a little bit more. Um, I will give you some pushback on Beyonce being the closest thing to MJ over Usher. Beyonce can move. Beyonce can't dance like Usher can dance. Usher can dance. And it's not even close, my guy. Not even close.
Okay.
Beyonce,
Okay.
she can follow whatever the choreographer gives her. Usher can get up there and freestyle. Not saying he don't got choreographers too. I'm sure he does, but he
Mhm.
can like just move. He's a little smoother with it than Beyonce is.
Okay. Okay. I mean,
But you
hey,
know,
hey man. Hey man, we can agree to disagree. I know my sister be, doing her thing in fucking high heels, bro. I never had the means to try on high heels and dance at the same
you
time.
sure? Don't
But
lie.
I'm positive, brother.
It's a safe space.
I'm positive, brother. But hey man, much respect to Usher doing this thing. I hope his tour is gonna be crazy. I already know it, man. I seen him last year at Dreamville. Dude, he man, with a whole hour to himself, my man has hits and hits and
That's what
hits
I'm
for day.
saying.
The
This is
only
what the
song he
young.
didn't play,
Go ahead.
the only song that he didn't play that I wish he did was the song with LMA, Don't Waste My Time. That was it. But beyond that, man, he played every single hit that you love and learn time and time again. Listen, man, he's him. Period.
He is him. That's what these young people don't understand, bro. They don't understand that it don't matter if you ain't put out a hit in 5 years or 10 years. If you don't have nothing currently, that doesn't matter when you're talking about a legend. And Usher is a
Generate
legend, and
decades.
his catalog is crazy. He has a
Too
crazy
good.
catalog. That's
Too
why he
good,
have
brother.
he has a whole residency in Vegas because of his catalog, not just because of what's going on right now.
Right.
The funny thing is, I went to a Super Bowl party Sunday, and I had my teenage boys with me, and they know who Usher is, but they don't really know, you know what I'm saying, everything that he's famous for. They know Usher more from the episode of the Boondocks, right?
Right.
So everybody at the party is like 35 and up. You know what I'm saying? We all 35, 40, 45. So we like, this game is great, but get to the halftime show. We want to see what Usher is going to do.
Right.
And before the game, before the halftime show, they was like, we'd rather see somebody else. After the halftime show, they was like, yo, Usher killed it. And now, like the whole week, they've been walking around the crib singing old Usher songs, dancing
Yeah.
around my house. So it sounds like, I'm like, all right, man. Just I told you it was gonna be dope beforehand, and now you see what it was. But what you think about people making a big deal about Usher hugging on Alicia Keys, bro? Like, what you think about that?
I think that was just a moment, man. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I ain't give it two thoughts about it. I'm thinking, yo, they're both performers, man. It wasn't like he tongue kissed the girl or smack her on her booty and then went out to performing. You know what I'm saying? It was just listen, man. Whenever Swizz say, you know what I'm saying, if he said something like yo, Usher, let's shoot the fair one. He didn't do all of that. So, I don't see what's the big deal, but the memes though behind it. Like, I seen
Hilarious.
one where it was them hugging, and there was like, meanwhile at the Norfolk shipyard.
I
You
saw
know what I'm
that one.
saying? Yeah, that was funny,
I
yo.
saw that one.
That was funny, man. Or like them at McDonald's, what they do in the back of the store is
Listen,
secret.
I
You know
got
what
some
I'm saying?
stories.
Like,
I got some stories
yeah,
to
man,
tell. I'm not gonna tell them though, but I do got stories to tell about working at McDonald's back in the day. But that's neither here nor there.
that'd be for a
Um,
different podcast right there.
yeah, definitely on a different podcast. But Usher killed it. Suffice to say, shout out to Alicia Keys too, who was
Oh,
dressed like a
gorgeous, man.
character from Blade, like a villain from the movie Blade. She had her whole red
Yeah,
vampire
yeah.
dress with the cape and the red piano. I was like, yo, where? I expected Wesley Snipes to come out with a sword at any given time, bro. I was like,
Right.
who else? Her. Shout out to her. Her killed it.
Her do the thing. Yeah,
Oh man,
yeah, man.
killed it.
Good show, man.
Killed it.
Good show overall, man.
Very good show.
I wonder what they're gonna do next year. It's gonna be in New Orleans, and a lot of people want Lil Wayne to be a part of it. And I'm thinking they ain't gonna do rap again for or the NFL is not gonna put on another black act for like another 2 years because it's been almost 3 years straight of black acts. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do it, man.
You
They
don't
ain't gonna
think
do it,
so?
man.
I
Yeah, man,
think
they ain't
they
gonna
I
do it.
think they could do it, but just they gonna sprinkle some white in there. You know what I'm saying?
They got to.
Put a little
Yeah.
they gonna put a little salt in the pepper. I see that happening. I can see
Yeah,
that.
man.
But it being in New Orleans, I feel like Lil Wayne has to be a part of it in some capacity.
It'll be dope. It'll be dope, man.
It'll be
Like,
dope.
can you imagine if they had Cash Money on the stage for Super Bowl? Dude, fam,
That
that
would be
shit will
crazy.
be cranking, man.
That would
Back
be
that ass
crazy.
up, bling bling.
And to all the
Listen,
people who was like, yo, Jay-Z sold out by partnering with the NFL, I hope you did not watch. I hope you kept that same energy, even though it was Usher, and you wanted to see the show. I hope you
right.
stood your ground
Yeah,
on Jay-Z being the devil because he's partnering with the NFL, even though most of the damn NFL is black.
there you go.
Like, no, goodness well, if you got a job opportunity from the NFL, you would take it. But it's Jay-Z doing it and partnering. So okay, Illuminati. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Shoot, they need to let me
hypocrite.
apply to be in the Illuminati, man. And, where's the application? You know what I'm
I'll work
saying?
for any team for the right amount of money. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, and I hate the Philadelphia Eagles with the power of 10,000 burning suns. But let Philly come with a check.
Mm.
I'll sell the Cowboys out so fast. Cowboys? What? I hate the Cowboys. Forget them. I am for sale, business wise, not
Gotcha.
morally, but
Gotcha.
business wise. I'm for sale.
Okay. Okay.
What else we got though?
Yeah, before time runs out, real quick, Beyonce, Gone Country. And damn it, them songs slap. 16 Carriages is my shit right now.
Really?
That's
I'm
just
there for it,
hard,
man.
man. That's just
It's
hard to
hard.
me, man. It's
It's
hard.
hard.
It's hard, son.
It's
Hard.
hard.
Hard, fam. Listen, man.
It's
But
a country. It's cute,
I,
but it's just
I
not
like,
my taste, man.
I feel
Nah.
you. I feel you. You know,
And don't get
country
me
isn't
wrong.
for
Listen,
everybody.
if I'm, having a couple shots at the bar and Sweet Home Alabama comes on, yes, I'm going
Dude,
to sing Sweet Home
come
Alabama.
on, man.
It's one of those songs. It
Come
just
on,
go.
man.
Get you some nice whiskey and Sweet Home Alabama.
Yo,
What?
that song or Don't Stop Believing by Journey, nigga.
Don't stop. Listen. Don't get me started. Yes, I go off on that.
Yeah, man.
But
But
the new Beyonce, so more power to her for doing a country album, man. Do your thing,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not for me.
I want to see how she how it turns out, but the controversy behind her two songs is that a lot of the traditional country radio stations won't pick it up. They won't play it because they don't play Beyonce. They're waiting for the song to get popular enough to add it. There was a
Yeah.
case back down in Kansas where somebody requested to have it on, and I guess they sent like a standard email back that like, yo, we don't play Beyonce. But then later on, the next day, they get the song queued up for tomorrow's playlist, whatever. So the
Yeah.
song is getting traction. Some people think that she may get some pushback from the country artists that have been in it 10 toes down. But shit, man, if y'all let Lil Nas X in with that horrible ass song that all kids love for an entire year straight, then y'all can let this go as well.
I'm trying to figure out how he go from Old Town Road to giving the devil lap dances in hell. Like, how does nigga? How does you transition to that? That's kind of a jump, my nigga. But whatever. It's one of those things, bro. And I want to set the record straight, man, because black people, nigga, any genre, there's no genre of music in America that black people ain't at the roots of it.
Mm,
Let's just put that out there. Like, if it weren't for black people, music in this country would sound like it did when like the Pilgrims and the settlers from Jamestown came over here. Nigga, Gregorian chant. That's what you would be jamming to in your pickup truck. You would be listening to some nigga, that's what you would be listening to if it weren't for black people coming over here from Africa, excuse me, being stolen and brought over here from Africa, and us bringing the drums, bringing the percussion, and bringing the soul. So country music has its roots in blues music. We all know who started blues.
mhm.
It's the black folks. So it is what it is. That being said, I don't really have that much problem with them not playing Beyonce because she isn't typically a country artist, even though this is a country song. I
Mhm.
liken it to an R&B or a hip hop station not playing Taylor Swift. If Taylor Swift, imagine if Taylor Swift put a song out. It was a rap song though,
Mhm.
and she actually had some bars. I wouldn't expect 103 Jams to start
Oh
playing
no,
Taylor
nah.
Swift rap song all of a
It'll be
sudden just
pop.
because it was alright. You
At that
know,
yeah, at that point it would be labeled as pop. Yeah.
yeah, I would be like, okay, she got a rap song. She's actually not horrible at rap. If the people request it, we'll play it. But
Right.
traditionally, we're not gonna be playing Taylor Swift on this hip hop station. So
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes
yeah, it
sense,
is what
man.
it is.
But yeah, man. But after that, Kanye and Ty Dolla Sign dropped their album this week. My bad, last week, Vultures. It's been taken down from Apple, Spotify, put back on. Is supposedly number one in all countries. We can see about that. But my take of the album, if nobody has heard it yet, production on it, chef's kiss. It's amazing. All right. Kanye doesn't really falter in the production unless it's that Yeezus album. You know what I'm saying? However, this is probably the horniest I have heard Kanye in a while. Clearly, him and his wife is doing some major fucking all over the place. And it's apparent all throughout the album. You know, I was telling REA earlier that Kanye's rhyming has been lackluster ever since Mike Dart Twisted Fantasy, you know. And this album really represents his, he's not taking rapping as serious anymore like he did earlier in his career. Now he's just having more fun for it. He's kind of like the West Side Gun now of rapping, where he's just swagging all throughout the records. That's it, man. What about you?
I listened to like maybe 2/3 of it,
What up,
and
Black Fox?
I'm not impressed with it, man. I'm not impressed with it at all. It's like
Ooh,
it's
really?
kind of yeah. It's a couple of like I probably heard maybe 10 songs. I would say out of 10, like three of them is actually pretty dope,
Okay.
but the majority of it, it sounds like to your point, it's like a orgy music to have an orgy by, but not in
Right
a
about
good
that.
way. Like it's just him talking about how horny he is, and I'm just like, I nigga, like that's cool, but I just like I gave up a few years back, like most people have, on wanting the quote unquote old
Oh,
Kanye to come
Kanye.
back. The
Hmm.
Kanye that you don't gotta be conscious all the time. But just like make a few songs that got some substance to it. I feel like I didn't get none of that. And then when he said he the new Jesus, I just cut it off. I was like, all right, nigga. You made a whole gospel album 4 years ago, and now you talk
Right.
about you the new Jesus. I turned water to crystal or whatever. I was like, nigga, shut up. Like this not you, man. Like I felt it's like normally the way I enjoy a Kanye album is I don't necessarily enjoy his lyricism because he got ghostwriters. I'm pretty sure he writes some of his stuff. I don't know how much he writes it, but you know how it is as far as being a hip hop head. If you a hip hop head, you appreciate the artist pen. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics that you hear usually are written by the actual artist.
Okay.
Now that I know that Sci the Prince wrote a lot of his stuff, shout out to Sci the
Hmm.
Prince. Very, very underrated rapper. Shout out to VA's own Pusha T.
Of course.
A lot of these people have written a lot of your favorite Kanye verses. So I don't really look at Kanye albums for lyricism. I look at them more from a production standpoint. What is he adding? What artists is he bringing in? Who's singing on it? Pretty much everything but Kanye.
Okay.
But on this album, I couldn't even do that because I felt like the theme of just overt sexuality was just the backdrop
Blatant.
of the whole album. I was like,
Right.
damn, like this ain't really nothing. And don't get me wrong, it's a couple songs up there, but as an album, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling
Black Fox says, Ye is giving us vulture vibes at the moment. I miss the old Kanye before sunken place, from late registration to graduation. I agree with you. 808s and Heartbreaks wasn't bad. Dude, 808s, listen,
I like that.
808s,
That was
it
a
took me a
classic to me.
year to appreciate 808 because I was a big auto-tune hater. I hated auto-tune no matter what. Ooh boy. I
Side
hated
note, I
auto-tune
wanna
like a
I wanna
motherfucker.
I wanna go somewhere with that, man, because I was just thinking about that.
Mhm.
With the whole Taraji P. Henson thing. Remember she was crying because she won't get paid enough. I got something I wanna talk about.
All right. My beautiful dark twisted fantasy was letting us know Ye had issues. Oh yeah, I mean, shit. We heard that ever since the first album. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Ye's ego just kept getting bigger and bigger, and rightfully so because he was getting so many accolades, winning awards, grabbing number one albums. You know what I'm saying? And going back to this album, I liked it. There is some songs where I'm like, all right, man, you ain't you're just giving me
Alright, you having
vibes.
an orgy, we get it, nigga.
Mm,
All right, we
right.
get
You
it.
just giving me vibes right now. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Will I go back to it? I may go back to it every once in a while, but that's about it.
I think the fact that how much I've like, because I used to be the biggest Kanye fan, early
Oh,
2000s
me too.
into the
Me too.
2010s. You couldn't tell me nothing bad about Kanye. I was like, yo, I
Aha.
like his
You said it.
rapping,
You said it.
huh?
You can't tell me
Can't tell
nothing.
me nothing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah.
Yo, we stupid. I like that dude, and then I like them from a production standpoint. I like how he could bring artists together who you wouldn't normally hear together and just make something dope. I like 808s and Heartbreaks because just like you, the first time I heard it, I was like, yo, what? What is this depressing auto-tune filled
Hmm.
ride that this man then took us on? But guess what? It was so good
Yes, sir.
this Negro forced everybody to change their music. And he's done that multiple times.
Oh, for
He's
sure.
such a musical genius
For
that
sure.
he put something out that's hard to listen to.
Right.
And instead of people being like, forget it, everybody just adjusts to it. And then you come back to it a couple years later, you're like, oh, this is dope. Because the whole
Hmm.
sound of music to change because of him. Right. It's like now I don't feel like there's any moments like that now with them.
Mm.
But what I was gonna say, with talking about how auto tune kind of, you say you're an auto tune hater. Around that time that Death for Auto Tune came out,
Right.
T Pain was like on top. Like if you could not have a hit song without T Pain on it,
True.
right?
True.
There was a time, but Jay Z puts out that song. T Pain goes through like a depression. All of a sudden, his songs ain't hitting the way they used to. We don't hear nothing from T Pain really for some years.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For some years. But then I noticed something about 4 or 5 years ago. T Pain, he started streaming his video games, right? And
Hmm.
then picked up steam with that, started a YouTube channel, and
Which in,
eventually that him just having these viral moments where he's just showing his personality. Because T Pain, forget music, man, this dude could be a stand-up comic. Like he's
yes,
like
sir.
legit
Right.
hilarious, right? Turns it into a successful podcast, and now Blink, T Pain got like 4 million subscribers on YouTube, bro. Million with an M.
Hmm.
So he's getting money from that, from YouTube. Now he has another place where he can promote his music on his
Right.
channel. He can tell people when he's going to be in their city so they can come out and support him whenever, he travels and goes on tour. That made me think of Taraji P. Henson, right? For those of y'all who hadn't seen it, Taraji was crying about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, because she doesn't feel that she's getting paid what she deserves to get paid.
Hmm.
In Hollywood, right? And it made me think about T Pain and that you can't always you can't look to the people who are trying to hold you down or people who are cool with you being held down to be fair to you. They're never going to be fair to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. I'm not saying don't fight for equality. We do have to fight for equality, but it's one of those things where it's nuance to it. Yes, fight for equality, fight for every dollar that you have coming to you, right? But at the same time, you might just have to start your own, and I think that's what T Pain did. And I think that's something that she should probably do. Because with Taraji P. Henson, imagine this: if Taraji started a YouTube tomorrow and started a podcast tomorrow, it wouldn't be no more than a few months before she had like maybe just conservatively speaking 50,000 subscribers, right? Within a couple of years, she could easily be in the 100,000s, if not at a million, right? That's another stream of revenue, right? I think you kind of got to look at things from a standpoint of moving away from just being a worker and move toward being an owner. Not
Hmm.
everybody wants to do that, but she got a name. Yo, go out there, sister. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You
I'll
gotta
say
be,
this,
you gotta
man.
own your stuff. You gotta
Yeah,
own.
I don't know, man, because the way that I feel about that, and I'll say my quick piece, man. I mean, you know, I don't understand. I don't live in a Hollywood lifestyle, but what I do uh empathize is that you put in so much blood, sweat, and tears into this profession that you have a passion for, and the fact that people ain't on really recognizing your talents, man. You're gonna feel some type of way, and I'm sure she's fine now, but at that moment, I can understand that that your talent is is either right there or rising, and people still ain't recognizing your shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, at that point, you wanna look elsewhere. You wanna be able to grow within the industry that you love dearly. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a hard thing to accept that people don't appreciate your your skills. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So at that point, you gotta make a decision, whether or not you're still gonna, put your head down and work and show these motherfuckers who you are, or jump ship and maybe do some on your own, start your own company that producing films and shows, skits, whatever the case may be. But Taraji fine now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
She ain't. She is far from broke. She is much more richer than me. You know what I'm
He's much
saying?
more rich than both of us put together.
You know what I'm saying?
Much more.
But I still understand that level of frustration where you show and prove, but these people ain't recognizing who you are and what you bring to the table. So, yeah. But and last topic of the night before we get up out of here, Casanat. If y'all don't know who this young brother is, he's a popular. He's not popular. This young brother is mega famous, mega popular on Twitch, YouTube Live, whatever the case may be. I find him really funny. I like his moments where he just spaz out, or when he tries to just do his thing with the girls, whatever. It's, to me, he's hilarious. But he caught some flack recently, man. So can you explain to the people what is going on here?
So first and foremost, shout out to Killer Mike. Killer Mike swept the Grammys.
Yes, sir.
3
Atlanta.
Grammy wins in one night. Shout out to Killer Mike. Shout out to real hip hop. Shout out to creativity, music. Shout out to longevity.
Yes, sir.
This man been killing songs for like well over 20 years. So Killer Mike won 3 Grammys. Castanat on one of his streams was pretty much like, who's Killer Mike? I don't know who Killer Mike is. How Killer Mike win over Metro Boomin? How Killer Mike win over this person? And he was like, yo, who the F is Killer Mike? And I was just like, yo, that disappointed me because I actually like Casanat. I can't say that I watch all of his streams or anything, but
right.
When you're that big,
we are adults. We don't got time like these kids do to be watching.
Nigga, I'm a man. I'm 40. Okay, I got a mortgage to pay, 401k stuff to consider. Right. I don't got time to watch Casanat, but he's so big, you're going to see him somewhere.
Oh yeah,
he's going to show up on your timeline somewhere. And from what I saw, especially the interview he did with Nicki Minaj, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
some of the moments
that was fun to watch.
Yeah. It disappointed me because I was like, all right, where's the respect level at? Because even if there was an artist who maybe I didn't want to win a certain award, or maybe there was an artist who I thought was more deserving, I'm not going to disrespect the winner, especially if the winner looked like me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
If the winner is on our team, I feel like we all won, right? Like, so he was very disrespectful. I did not appreciate that. And I was just thinking to myself, like, how are us late 30s, 40s, how do we get back? This is the thing that he don't understand. This is the thing he don't understand. If you are a man and you got your stuff together and you're around like 40, you're at a golden age where you can pull some of the young ones if you out here trying to pull. But you can also pull the women that's around 45 and 50 years old. Casanat is about 24, maybe 23, somewhere in there. His mom is about 42, 43. I believe it's going to be somebody around Killer Mike's age who's going to scoop his mom up if he don't stop. It can happen. It can happen.
Who's going what?
So put some respect on Killer Mike, Kai. Before for one of these 40-year-old dudes, show your mama a good time.
It's got to be a 40-year-old rapper. It can't be a regular old dude. It's got to be like
it can be a regular dude too, because this is.
It wouldn't make no sense. I mean, that's just. But that's regular shit though.
Nope.
What's going to cause him more pain is if Killer Mike got divorced and scoop up his mom's. That's what hurts even more. Some random 40-year-old dude getting his mom, that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be a 40-year-old rapper, man.
Have to get a divorce because if we are to believe his music, because we don't know, but sometimes music is telling the truth, sometimes it's fabricated. But from his music, Killer Mike and his woman is polyamorous. So they could just invite Casanat mom to join the team.
There you go. That's it.
Respect your elders, young man. Hold on, what camera?
That's it.
Respect your elders, young man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I think that's the key to really piss off Casanat. Killer Mike, if you're listening, man. And
Flirt with
if
his mom.
that's it, flirt with his mom, send her a DM, you know what I'm saying? Screenshot it by yo, your mom's yo. Let's put your mom's yo and then
Your mom.
at Casanat. That's
Hey,
it, man.
that's all Killer Mike will do. He gonna comment underneath one of Casanat's posts and just be like, yo, moms, yo. That's it.
That's it.
Moms. Respect your
That's
elders.
it, man. What else do you got, man?
That's all I got, man. That is all I got. Yeah, man. Else. It's Friday night, nigga. I'm happy. How you feeling right now, man?
I'm all right, man. I'm about to try to make it to the ABC store.
Oh,
You gave me
okay.
some rum, get my little rum punched in for the night and chill out, man. Tomorrow I gotta get up early, get back to the gym and do my thing. Matter of fact, Red Panda 757 says he finished smash his mom to ADIDAS.
Hold on, what? Smash on what?
He finished smash his mom's to, Mike's album ADIDAS.
Oh man.
Adidas. Remember that album?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But yeah.
That's crazy. Shout out to Nick. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, yo, your mom is still getting it. Your mom is still, she can get it age, Kai. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there, man. Just be respectful, man. Just be respectful. But
right.
We want to thank everybody for watching this episode of the Geek Salad Podcast, Geek Salad Live. Make
Yes,
sure
sir.
you subscribe to the YouTube, youtube.com/Geek Salad Podcast.
Yep.
Partnership with Blurred Station. Yo, we about to come through with like these crazy interviews that is coming from as a result of our partnership with Blurred Station. Make sure you check out Blurred Station, blurredstation.com.
That's right.
Anything else?
No, man, just everybody, thank you again for listening. If you are in the live right now, make sure to share it. Tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your brother.
Tell Casanat's mom.
Tell, at Casanat, his mom, be like, yo, your mom's yo. And that's it. Just do that. Your mom's yo. But yeah, again, everybody, thank you once more. Be on the lookout for Geek Salad Reacts. We're going to be having that YouTube channel set up pretty soon. It's going to be fun, pretty a lot sillier than what we are now. But thank you again for your time.
If that's possible. All right. Y'all be safe out there tonight. Don't drink too much. Until next time, good people. Yep. I'm Arya the King.
I'm G the Bearded One.
Casanat's mom.
Your mom's show.
Can get it.
All right, man. In the stream.